Sweated to the truth, nothing but the truth. Put my hands on the Bible, y'all point me to the booth. Yo, new season, new colors, new merch, new swag. Go over to Imago Day Apparel Shop and get in your bag with our latest gear. I promise you won't be disappointed. Rep the kingdom, I rock in his image. Every order and purchase goes into helping me bring you better content. And so every order and purchase is greatly appreciated. We thank you for the support, and as always, peace and love. Yo, what's going on with it, man? So I got a good one for you all today, man. So we have Dr. A.R. Bernard, this man that you all see beside me, and we have him talking with the comedian Rickey Smiley on his podcast, and they're talking about police brutality, and they're talking about how white pastors, how a lot of melanated people are leaving white congregations due to the silence from the white pastors. Let's tap in.
There has been an exodus, if I may use the term, of blacks from predominantly white churches with white pastors because of the perceived insensitivities that they've had for what's going on in the black experience.
You could disagree on policy, but when white pastors are not standing up and speaking out against racism and dogmas and said we would not tolerate that, that's a problem. That's a problem. Your silence and not saying anything and preaching against, racism and police brutality. I haven't seen a lot of those pastors speak up when George Floyd was brutally murdered by a police officer, and all the cars out there in the parking lot got support the blue with the black flag with the blue stripe running across or whatever. Nobody got up there and preached any sermons about police brutality or Trayvon Martin or Sandra Bland. I did not see any white evangelical pastors stand up and speak against police brutality and police killing unarmed black people. And so now I don't want to hear you talk about David and Abraham. I don't want to hear you talk about anything.
Some would say, and I'm one of them, is that they squandered their moral authority.
Sure.
In pursuit of political power.
Now, what's crazy to me about all this is Rickey Smiley sat up here and told a flat out lie that there have not been white pastors, not one that he's seen that speaks out against it. I'm not even sure if Rickey Smiley actually goes to church for real, for real. We know that he always plays Mother Mabel or whatever her name is and act like he goes to church. We know he grew up in the church like most older black people. But does he go to church now? I don't think so. And if he does, he probably goes to one of those social justice woke social justice woke churches. But what I'm getting at is that for him to say that he haven't been paying much attention at all, there have been many white pastors who have came out and who have spoken out against police brutality, and some have even gone woke, at the expense of compromising the gospel. So I don't know where this man been. I'm talking about I can count on both hands and both feet more than on how many white pastors have either gone woke or spoke out against police brutality. So that was a flat out lie that he told. But this is my biggest issue with these two brothers right here. If they are such big proponents for social justice, things like police reform and stuff like that, why don't they speak out against rap culture? Rap culture not only encourages the negativity that we see within the melanated communities, but it also reinforces that negativity as well. It literally approves the negativity that goes on within these melanated communities by glorifying through their music the very things that's going on within these communities. It's almost as if they're saying, oh, you sold drugs today? Good job. Oh, you shot people today. You killed some people today. Good job. Oh, you out here gang banging and thugging. Good job. You out here disrespecting police, saying F the police, screaming at the top of your lungs. Good job. You out here disrespecting women. You out here with multiple baby mamas. You hit 1,000 females this week. Good job, bro. I'm proud of you. Oh, you out here saying niggas ain't worth nothing? That's what's up. I'm proud of you. You out here finessing dudes out their money, setting them up to get robbed? Hey, good job. We got to keep it up. And you hate the white man? And you believe he holding us back? Bro, let's go out here and make a song expressing our hate, our anger, our bitterness, our resentment, and vitriol, and go get millions off this, bro. That's literally what's going on. If anything pushes white supremacy, quote unquote, because that's what y'all like to say, more than anything, is rap culture. But let's call it for what it actually is, because it's not white supremacy at all. It's demonic culture. That's what it is. It's demonic culture, because it's the devil that comes to kill, steal, and destroy. And guess what? That's what's talked about in mainstream rap music. And my major problem with that is it's the dominant narrative. It means it has the major voice. It has the main voice. So it has the greatest impact. And nobody, and I mean nobody, is pushing back on it. You may have a couple of people, D1, and I salute them for that. Come out and speak out against the poison that they're putting out here in the communities and how it's affecting little kids. But for real, you don't have or see too many people actually speaking out against this stuff. But again, it's the main narrative, it's the dominant narrative. And so it's going to have the most impact. They put the most money behind this stuff. They put the most marketing behind this stuff. They make sure they push this stuff out everywhere. It's on all commercials. It's on all games, NBA, NFL, anywhere, any place. It's everywhere. It's in the school systems. It's everywhere. And but the target for it are the kids of the melanated communities. And again, it reinforces the negativity. It encourages the negativity by reinforcing it. And then you have gentlemen like these two who would rather speak out about something that doesn't happen very often instead of speaking out against things that's happening often within our communities. If we just keeping it above, bro, I am not more concerned about the KKK walking up and down my neighborhood than I am getting robbed or shot at by a melanated person or done wrong by a melanated person. And this is a side note I want us to consider before I get back to the main message. Yeah, there are things like heavy metal, but you don't see that being pushed by that whole culture of folks or people who listen to it. That's like the underground thing. I'm not saying it isn't a big thing or it isn't known, but what I'm saying is so let's say white people would be the major listeners to heavy metal. You don't see the teachers or the parents or the pastors of those communities actually pushing that out as you do within the melanated community. Everybody is in on it. The pastors, the teachers, all the leaders, all the parents, and not all, but a big portion. Y'all know what I'm saying. But everybody is in on it. So when the children see this, they're engulfed into this type of culture because that's literally all they see. There is no divide. There is no divide. Used to be back in the day when grown folks was in a room, kids would go to the back. Kids couldn't be where grown folks was. When grown folks got to drinking, grown folks got to playing cards, when grown folks got to smoking, kids would go in the back. Nowadays, kids are drinking and smoking with the parents, partying with the parents. There is no longer a divide anymore. There is no longer a line anymore. Everything has been meshed together, if that's the word. But back to my point, it's rap culture that actually advocates for the destruction of people. It's not anything else. It's rap culture that advocates for the destruction of people. And if these two gentlemen were really for social justice and many other leaders too, not just these two, because there's many other black leaders who come out and talk about this stuff. But if they were really for what disproportionately affected us negatively, then I would most definitely think one of the major things that you would go towards is rap culture. Because nothing else affects melanated people like that. Because again, of the reach, who they're trying to reach, and they're very, 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 very successful at doing it. They had us when I was in high school as well. It's the popular culture. So they literally know how to make what's demonic look good and cool. These people are experts at this type of stuff and marketing and selling this stuff. And kids are always drawn and attracted to it. But you have leaders like these who are more focused on the minors than the majors. Again, it's rap culture that advocates for the destruction of our people more than anything else, bro. I don't care what anybody says. Y'all can debate me on this. It's rap culture. It advocates for it because it encourages, I'm going to keep saying this, it encourages the negativity by glorifying the negativity. So that means it reinforces it. It's the wrong message that's being sent out to our youth. And we as leaders in our communities should stand up against that and for our youth and let these people know, no, we're not going to allow you all to bring this stuff within our communities. But man, let me know what y'all think down in the comments, man. This is gonna always be a forever and ongoing topic and subject. I know people feel very passionate about rap music. I myself love rap music, but I know in the same way that it can be used, it can be used in a negative way. It can also be used in a positive way, and that's more so of what I advocate for, because I do know that rappers are and can be the major drivers behind social change. Because before we listen to pastors a lot of time, before we listen to politicians a lot of time, before we listen to teachers a lot of times, before we listen to coaches a lot of times, we're going to listen to musicians. We're going to, especially rappers. We're going to listen to them. Every time you turn around, folks always got music in their ear. We're going to listen to them because we really feel like their stories can relate to us a lot. But the truth of the fact of the matter is, again, is that if they're going to continue to push the trash that they push and lead our youth in the negative way, I think that's what we need to be standing up against. Not worried about white pastors who aren't, as they would say, holding their own accountable. I feel like these brothers right here, you got to practice what you preach. If you're going to tell them to hold their people accountable, then you yourself must hold your people accountable as well. It's not just one way. It has to be both ways. You got to take responsibility for your own too. But let me know what y'all think down in the comments, man. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Peace, love. I'm out.
100, 100, 100, that's all I know. Ain't taking a dime off. We working, and that for sure. Ain't taking no time off. We serving, deliver hope. Forget all that crime talk. 100, 100, 100, that's all I go. Yeah, that be what I'm